Hello there. This is your dungeon master, a barbarian, fighter, rogue, ranger, monk, paladin, warlock, bard, cleric, druid, sorcerer, and wizard walk into a bar. What does each one do? Well, they can all do four things: action, bonus action, reaction, and move or movement. Each class can use its action for virtually anything. Want to throw a table onto the stage? Action. Want to hide behind the counter? Action. Want to heal someone? Action. Cast a spell? Action. And so on. Bonus actions are reserved for special things that usually only your class can do. We'll touch on this in a bit. The next thing, reactions. They are mainly used to take an opportunity attack on someone who was within reach of you and they move away. More on this later as well. And finally, movement. This is how many squares you can move or how far you can move. In the particular map you see right now, each square is 5 feet. Let's take a look at a character sheet for the barbarian to understand movement, reaction, bonus action, and action. Now, as you can see, it says on the barbarian's character sheet that their walking speed is 30 feet, or in other words, 6 squares, because each square on the map is 5 feet. If we were to use the barbarian's movement speed, we can choose to use some of it or all of it. In this example, I'm going to use all of it. The barbarian can move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But the barbarian and other classes as well also have the option to use their action to perform a dash. What does a dash do? If you have already used your movement speed, you get your movement back and you can move another, in this case, 30 feet or 6 squares. So if the barbarian was to take the dash action, they can go another 6 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that is their action. Coming back to the barbarian's character sheet, if you scroll down a little, we will see in the actions tab that the barbarian can perform one attack with their action. This could be with their battle axe, hand axe, javelin, or whatever weapon they are wielding. Below this is a handy little tooltip that tells you what other activities you can perform with your action if you choose not to attack. We already discussed dash, but there are others like disengage, dodge, grapple, help, hide, improvise, influence, magic, action, ready, search, shove, study, or utilize. We will touch on these a little bit later in the video. But this is your action, remember? You can use your action to perform one of these, but you can't do all of these at the same time. Scrolling down a little, we have bonus actions. Now, again, this is something that is unique to every class, but every class shares one common bonus action, which is two weapon fighting. That means if you are holding a secondary weapon in your other hand, non-dominant hand, you can use that secondary weapon to attack using your bonus action. So essentially, two attacks per turn. One with your action, one with your bonus action. But if you use your bonus action to attack, you're not able to use the class special features that might be granted to you. The barbarian themselves will tell us what their specific class feature is. For now, we are moving on to reaction. Now, reactions mainly are used for opportunity attacks. There are other options, but again, every class has opportunity attacks available to them. What is opportunity attack? Opportunity attack lets you attack an enemy that was right next to you and that enemy decides to move away. Let's see that on the map. Now, on the map, our barbarian is surrounded by 3 enemies. Now, they can use their action to attack one of them, but remember, they already used their action to dash. So in this particular case, they would not have their action to attack. But for the sake of explanation and for the sake of the video, I'm going to say that the barbarian has not used their action and they have their attack available to them. Using their attack, they are going to attack one of the bandits and possibly remove them from the map. The barbarian now has their bonus action. They can use their class special feature or they can use their bonus action to attack with their non-dominant hand with a separate weapon, second weapon, and remove another bandit from the map. There's only one bandit that remains, but the barbarian doesn't really have anything that they can do. On the bandit's turn, if the bandit decides to move away from the barbarian because they're scared or because they have something else more interesting going on somewhere else on the map, the bandit moves away, the barbarian gets to take their reaction to take an opportunity attack, potentially also removing them from the map. Now, let's hear it from the barbarian themselves about their class-specific bonus action.